Semi-final time now here in Leicester. 4 players left standing for an opportunity to pick up the final Women's Series title of the weekend. Gemma Hayter putting in a better performance here in this final event, looking to make her 3rd final of the year. She reached 2 finals on the opening weekend, going down to Lisa Ashton and Bo Greaves on those occasions, and going 1 better than the quarter-final of which she reached yesterday, losing out to Bo Greaves on that occasion, who is taking part in the other semi-final. She'll be taking on Lorraine Winstanley. But to get there, she's going to have to go through the 2-time Women's Series champion Robyn Byrne, who this weekend feels that she's took her levels up.
Gemma to throw for the ball.
Yeah, absolutely. And just
25.
to reiterate what you've said about Gemma Hayter there, raising her levels for this one. She does actually have the highest running average
25.
in this particular event. 6 maximums so far. First 9 average around the 93 mark.
25.
No surprise to see that it's still Bo Greaves who leads the way in that particular
Outside,
metric.
Robyn's won the ball.
It's Robyn Byrne who will kick off proceedings
Robyn to
here
throw first.
and has the advantage of throwing first. That little added bonus you get to see on the Women's Series. The players going for the ball. Of course,
61.
It happens pretty much every single tournament. Have you ever won a bull up and opted to put your
29.
opponent in just to play a few mind games?
Oh, I've done worse than that.
Oh, please do tell.
I've refused to do the ball up and then been told I had to do it as per the rules, and then thrown at double 6.
Excellent stuff.
40.
Or is that just what you told everyone after you'd darted
Hit
the
double
ball?
6.
Yeah.
Normally happens about an hour before the games as well. It's not something that just happens before the players go on stage. So sometimes players can be a little bit cold, not gone deep into their routines at that period of time as well. Certainly on the big major events.
96.
Events like the Women's Series, Dev Tour, Challenge Tour, Pro Tour. It literally happens just before the match and then you're straight in. So you know you're ready at that point.
Yeah, I've genuinely seen players turning up at events and being told as they're walking through the door, 10 minutes and you're bulling up. I think there are
60.
some players for whom it holds a greater significance than others, shall we say.
If you are traditionally
80.
somebody who takes 6 or 9 darts just to feel it out, I mean, in the past you'd talk a leg or 2, wouldn't you, in regards to players being slow starters. Now,
60.
if you're not off in the first 6 or 9, you're considered a slow starter, and that's where having the throw is not the advantage. But this is good from Robyn Byrne.
125.
Looking at a big finish there in the opening leg to hold the throw. She will return for the double 10. Nothing Gemma Hayter can do from the 2-1-6, but hit and
100.
Hope.
That's quite a tricky dart there, isn't it? She doesn't like that one at all, having to, well, decide which way is best to attack.
Right and over the top.
10.
Going to the left, you're sort of throwing into the dart. The chances are you'll catch the flight. Moving to the right-hand side, go over the top of dart 1. That was the shot. She just didn't quite get the height on it to get over the top of the flight.
Five.
Well, she was some way ahead, wasn't she? Had the dart for the 145, and it looked like it was going to be a plain sailing opening leg for Robyn Byrne.
8. No score.
Wow.
Game
You
shot.
mentioned earlier that she's been very good at keeping check of those emotions in recent times, but Just signs there of the clear frustration and still ongoing in the background there for Robyn Byrne, and maybe rightly so on this occasion. 3 handfuls, 3 visits to the board.
95.
Not able to get the job done, and this run for Gemma Hayter continues. She was a 5-0 victor in the quarterfinals against Angela Kirkwood.
125.
Last 16, it was a 4-0 victory. 4-1 in the last 32. 4-1.
125.
She's been dominant today as Gemma Hayter in this tournament. It's looked very much like the player we expected to see here this weekend.
$85.
I think when Gemma Hayter came onto the tour, around about this time last year,
135.
the goal originally, she wanted to get to the Women's World Match Play, and that's something you feel she's going to do. But I think those goals are probably going to get re-evaluated for Gemma Hayter. I think they're going to move
30.
and the goalposts are going to change too. Can I get one of those places at the Alexandra Palace?
58.
Yeah, I think she'll have already changed her goals, won't she? Maybe not this year, but certainly for 2026, if not.
92.
Well, again, it's Robyn Byrne who gets the first look at a big 3-figure out.
59.
Not going to go. The 1 dart in hand at tops.
54.
Pulls it low. So can Robyn Byrne tidy this up? This will make her feel a whole lot better, won't it, after the shenanigans
60.
in the opening leg?
Game shot.
But again, that's going to burn, isn't it, for Robyn?
Oh, I see what you did there. But last start in hand, Gemma Hayter, that's where the burn really comes. Not the fact that she's lost a
60.
leg, but just when she was getting a little bit of hope, you've got to get that big switch from the 10s over to the 5s. People fear about just dropping inside the wire and
60.
leaving an odd number. There were so many different bits and ingredients into that one. Gemma Hayter comes out on top with a 2-0 lead.
41.
You just feel, though, at the moment that the composure is certainly with Gemma Hayter.
59.
Byrne just feels a bit too engaged right now on a shot-by-shot basis.
40.
And in that case, a dart-by-dart basis.
Yeah, and you can understand how things are magnified, can't you? Especially after the opening leg and the way it unfolded. Perhaps
77.
unsurprising, because it certainly wasn't the case in the opening leg.
No, and that's where you say you just got to, it's easy to say, but brush it aside. Well, certainly when we're in
58.
a race to 5 legs now. If this was earlier on, a race to 4, that amplifies the situation when there's not as much time to recover, but slightly extended format here in the semi-finals,
60.
first to 5 legs. You think there'd be enough time to recover the situation if you can continue to play at the level of which he started this match.
132.
That's a nice little pick off there. Get yourself down to a finish first. Asks the questions of Gemma Hayter, who traditionally today has had all the answers.
180. $44.
Wasn't a disastrous first start, so still gets a dart
45.
at tops in the end.
$78.
She had a dart in every single leg, Robyn Byrne, and she's been the first one to have a dart. She'll feel like she could have been 3-0 up.
No score.
But an opportunity here to get a leg on the board. Maybe one she didn't expect. Gemma Hayter Normally so good on the outer ring.
Game shot.
And she does eventually manage to find a double in this match and half the deficit. And that will hopefully ease some tension for her in this one.
55.
After the opening 2 legs.
$100. $125. $29.
Semi-final number 2. Happening on board number 2 right now. Bo Greaves currently 2-0 up on Lorraine Winstanley, looking to make it a hat-trick of titles
60.
here in the second weekend of action in Leicester. In fact, make that 3-0.
60.
Bo Greaves on the charge.
Yeah, and this is some way
60.
off the level that both of these have produced so far in this tournament. Gemma Hayter in particular averaged 97 to kick off this final tournament of the day, then an 86, an 80,
85.
and a 94, as you mentioned, in her last game. So some way off that at the moment.
59.
And I guess in an event like this, you kind of have to allow, don't you, for a bit of inconsistency.
57.
Especially considering this is the 4th event of the weekend so far. It's a lot of darts. And ultimately, a very valuable game to the players.
94.
Prize money difference between this round and the next. It's a double your money shot. And when you've been here all weekend, you feel a bit tired, you feel a bit jaded. So you want to try and make sure that it's worth it. You want to make sure it pays.
74. Game shot.
At the moment, it looks like it's going to pay for Gemma Hayter. Put in the frustration of the last 3 events behind her.
180.
But Byrne digging in.
180.
Well, things heating up now as we get to the middle part of the game. The 180 of Robyn Byrne responded to by Gemma Hayter.
59. $100.
Well, we saw 6 perfect darts from Bo Greaves a little earlier on, didn't we? I think we started to get excited again there. Greaves now 1 leg away from a place in yet
73.
another Women's Series final.
$45.
One of those unfortunate ones there where you're in a situation, keep it straight, you're on a finish and you just clash into the equipment.
137.
And just to compound the misery, Robyn Byrne finds a big score, gets herself down to a 2-darter.
50.
And that
Game
is
shot.
very tidy indeed. 14 darts. And Robyn Byrne has got herself to within a leg of Gemma Hayter in this one.
60.
Still needs to find that break of throw, though.
$27.
So infuriating, isn't it, to just kick off with a 27 after you've just held throw so
140.
impressively. You think, right, now's my opportunity to make a bit of a move against the darts, and still searching around the board for that
39.
first big treble of the leg.
Especially when you've just said how important it is right now, because she needs to get that breaker throw. Time not on her side. Gemma Hayter just a couple of legs away from the final. And then 6 darts there from Robyn Byrne, where she's been able to find anything.
58. $60.
That's all it needs to be for Gemma Hayter. The damage has been done. Sometimes you want it done so quickly, which is where that frustration can sort of come in. The rolling of the eyes from Gemma Hayter, but you've already got the damage done to stay straight. Keep it simple. Get yourself down. Certainly when she's been
55.
Sort of flicking the wrist at the end of the throw there and just pushing into the 5s on occasion.
100.
Byrne not able to get down to a finish, so time for Gemma Hayter to take care of the 1-2-6. But again drifts into the 5.
45.
It's just flicking at the throw at the moment, Gemma Hayter. Needs to throw through to the dartboard.
43.
Could that be an indicator that the shoulders may be starting to bother her?
Oh, 100%. If you're not putting it in with the arm,
41.
you need to compensate it somewhere else. You need to get that extra movement, that extra pace on the dart.
94.
Well, Byrne wanted 2 tops there, wasn't able to get either of them. And that's the target that Hayter is staring down now to move within one of the match.
20.
Well, I didn't expect this. When Robyn Byrne kicked off with 2 very poor visits, that she'd be getting 3 darts here to break the Gemma Hayter throw.
Game
and
shot.
this time converts it. You would not have predicted that a couple of minutes ago, but one thing you may have predicted is who will be in the final. Beau Graves wins 5-0 against Lorraine Winstanley and awaits whoever can get to 2 legs first here.
Yeah, back-to-back legs for
77.
Robyn Byrne, but in completely contrasting fashion, weren't they? A 14-dart hold of throw, and things were looking good. And then, as you mentioned, a few
45.
trebleless visits to kick off the next, and it looked like Hayter was just doing enough by staying straight, really. Didn't even
60.
need to find too many big trebles herself. But missed chances, and we've got a level game. Took 10 more darts than the leg prior to it, but
180.
now it's Gemma who needs a break and doesn't have a great deal of time to find it.
67.
It's a real key strength, I believe, this of the Gemma Hayter game, because you'd be very forgiving just to say, do you know what? She's had that frustration in the last
96.
one, the darts flicking. It'd be easy just to sort of turn it in a little bit here, or to make a narrative for if the performance levels was to drop from this point, but instead she stepped it up again.
83.
Resilience becoming a key factor and attribute.
Well, you could say the same for both in this match, couldn't you? Because the way Robyn Byrne
60.
started, really impressive. Then missed all those darts at double, and the way she's managed to get herself back into this contest, equally impressive.
And she did lose her composure at one
96.
point, so to regain that.
Yeah.
But that'll be because this, as we mentioned, a double your money game. You want to make sure you give it the best possible attack. and Robyn Byrne,
45.
chance to take the lead for the first time in this game.
Dart at tops to move
Game
within
shot.
one of the match. An excellent finish from the Irish woman to turn this contest on its head.
And she took a real wide berth there in the
100.
booth. Went right up to the side. Didn't even look in the direction there of Gemma Hayter. She is in full-on aggression mode.
140.
And she's got her sights set on getting this done now without having to worry about a decider.
140.
Beautiful first dart. Can't follow it.
125. 85. 100.
First down to a finish. Gemma Hayter's going to be leaving a better one, or she should be.
125. 87. 11.
2 darts missed to take this match all the way to a decider. Are they the last darts Gemma Hayter throws this weekend?
17.
2 match darts, 2 opportunities. Just like at the start of the game there, Robyn Byrne been unable to cash in the chance.
Game
Just
shot.
like at the start of the game, Gemma Hayter steps in and picks the pocket. A one-leg shootout for a place in the final with Bo Greaves. Now the bullseye becomes a big factor.
100.
And a really important last dart there as well.
125. 134.
'This is good from both of them, isn't it?
125.
On paper, this is supposed to be the nervy leg. 4 apiece. Chance to play in the final against Bo Greaves and pick up another Women's Series title, and both of them are laying it down.
59.
The first slip goes the way of Robyn Byrne, and that could be a mini opportunity here for Gemma Hayter. Just needs the 1 treble to get down to a finish.
100.
The first match-winning opportunity is going to go the way of Gemma Hayter, but Robyn Byrne will be down to something
180.
much better. What a time to pile in a maximum. And she's going to get a look at double 14 for the match.
97.
Excellent setup from Robyn Byrne to present herself with this chance. 2
Game
match darts
shot
came
and the
and
match.
went in
Robyn
the
Byrne.
last leg, but with match dart number 4, Robyn Byrne does book a spot in another final. She's going to take on Bo Greaves for the chance to win her 3rd